What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome to the first race picks video of the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 Busch Light Clash at the Los Angeles Coliseum. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. For the second year in a row, we're heading to LA to kick off the season, and also, of course, the 75th season in NASCAR history. A big season with a lot of big changes coming into play, and drivers in new places and new faces as well as we return to Los Angeles. In the 2022 edition of the LA Clash, we saw a really solid race where Joe Logano held off a hard-charging Kyle Busch to win the 2022 edition of the Busch Light Clash, with him getting his second Busch Clash victory. NASCAR once again returns here for 2023. So let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather is actually looking really promising for the LA Coliseum. It's 65 degrees at the high with 50 degrees at the low with a 0% chance of rain, with it being very sunny. So it's going to be pretty nice weather when you're headed out there. Sometimes it can be really hot in LA around this time. Luckily, it's going to be nice weather for people heading out to the track. In addition to that, there's also a new format for this year's edition of the Busch Light Clash. So last year, I believe 24 cars ended up making the main event, or I think 24, 25 made the event. This year, it's been expanded to 27 cars. So the top 4 from each heat are going to make the main event. Then the top 3 from the last chance qualifiers will make it into the event. And the highest person in points from 2022, the highest finisher in points, will be the driver who gets into the main event that did not make it from the heats or the last chance qualifier. So that is the format. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel and have never seen the picks videos on my channel, here's how the picks work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I think are going to struggle, 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers I expect to run really, really good and aren't in the best equipment, and I do my winner's pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall, and then I do the ones to watch, and I've got 5 drivers to watch out for outside of the guy who wins the race. So let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for this year's edition of the Busch Light Clash? My first suck pick for the 2023 Busch Light Clash is a driver who's going to be jumping up to the Cup Series in 2023 on a full-time basis and joining Joe Gibbs Racing in 2023. Ty Gibbs, of course, drives the 54. Now, Ty Gibbs obviously is going to be in a very different position. He's driven a next-gen car in different short tracks, on road courses, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I expect Ty Gibbs to struggle. I think he's going to be way over-aggressive, way in over his head, and I think that's going to cost him an opportunity to even make the race to begin with. Yes, he's going to be really good equipment, but he kind of struggled last year in the races that he ran. I know that you got to be aggressive in this one, but I think Ty Gibbs unfortunately struggles. I know he's going to a better car than what he drove last year in the select races he ran in Cup, but I think Ty Gibbs struggles, and he's the first suck pick. My second suck pick for this event is going to be the driver of the 10-car, Aric Almirola. Aric Almirola did not have a good running in the 2022 edition of the Busch Light Clash. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember if he made the show or not, because I think he got turned by Todd Gillen in, I believe, the last chance qualifier. So I don't think Aric Almirola made the main show. So I don't think he makes it again this year. I think he's going to struggle over the weekend. SHR expect to kind of fall off in 2023, and I think Aric Almirola is going to have a bad run in this year's Busch Light Clash. So now we'll go ahead and jump on to the underdog picks. Who are my underdog picks for this year's Busch Light Clash? My first underdog pick is a driver who's joining a new organization in 2023 on a full-time basis, and the first one is Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece in last year's event drove a Rick Ware car in the 2022 edition of the Busch Light Clash, and he had a very strong running to the point where I think he won a heat race and qualified his way into the show. So I think Ryan Preece is going to be able to make it in pretty handily, and I think he's going to be a threat to win the race overall. I expect the 41 team to be much better than they were last year. I think they're going to be really strong in this event. I expect a much better year for the team, and I think Ryan Preece makes the show. The second driver I think is going to be underdog for this event is a driver who ran really good in last year's event as well, actually qualified up front, but unfortunately this driver has some tempers against Kyle Larson. I've got Justin Haley as my other underdog pick for this weekend. This is one of the few events where Justin Haley really shined and was really, really fast and kind of thought, hey, this guy might be really strong this year, which he did have some good runs. I think Justin Haley is going to have a much better start than he kind of ended in 2022, but I think Justin Haley has a really strong start, and I think he's going to have a really good run in the 2023 Busch Light Clash. So now we'll go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for this year's Busch Light Clash. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick for the Busch Light Clash in 2023 is a driver that was really strong in this event last year. And this car also was very fast before it had transmission problems late in the going of this event. The driver I'm picking to win is Kyle Busch. I've got Kyle Busch winning this event for a couple reasons. Number one, this car was extremely fast in the event last year. The number 8 car, in fact, was dominating the race, but unfortunately had some transaxle problems in the middle portion of the running about halfway through the event, and it took him out of contention. If it wasn't for those, that 8 car was going to win the race. The other reason was because Kyle Busch was really, really fast in this event as well. Led a ton of laps and was on the verge of winning. Got to lead at halftime, but got beat by Joey Logano at the end of the day. But I think this time around, I think Kyle Busch is going to win it. I think Kyle Busch gets it done, and I think Kyle Busch will win his second Busch Light Clash in the last 3 years. He's my pick to get it done. Kyle Busch, I think, wins the 2023 Busch Light Clash. So now we're going ahead and jump on to the ones you need to watch out for the 2023 Busch Light Clash. Who are the ones to watch out for? My first driver to watch out for is another driver who's moving to a new organization in 2023, and that is Tyler Reddick. Tyler, of course, will drive the 45 car in 2023. He was really strong in this event in 2022, dominated the early portion of the event. And I think that 45 car, I know it didn't make the main event last year, but I think the 45 car is going to be really, really fast. I think they're going to qualify up front. I think Tyler Reddick is going to be a threat. Would not surprise or shock me if he wins this event with a new organization, but I think Tyler Reddick will be a threat to win the 2023 Busch Light Clash. My second driver you need to watch out for is a driver who's always aggressive, made a lot of bold moves in the 2022 season, and I think he, even though he didn't make the event last year, I think he easily makes it this year. I got Ross Chastain as the other driver you need to watch out for. Ross Chastain, known for being bold, known for being aggressive. You're going to have to be aggressive in this event, and he was also really strong on short tracks last year. So I think Ross Chastain is going to be really, really strong. I think the one car is going to be really fast, and they're going to kick it off really good like they ended in 2022. The third driver you need to watch out for in the 2023 Busch Light Clash is a driver who had some tempers in this event in 2022, but I don't think he's going to have any tempers. I don't think he's going to run into trouble in 2023. Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson was fast in the 2022 edition of this race, and I think this 5 team is going to be much faster in 2023 than they were in 2022 in this race. I think they're going to be up front. I think they're going to lead laps. I think they win their heat, and I think Kyle Larson easily will be a threat to win. I think that 5 car is going to be fast, and I think he's going to be a contender. The fourth driver you need to watch out for in the 2023 Busch Light Clash is the defending winner of this race, Joey Logano. Joey Logano, like I mentioned earlier, he won this race in 2022. He was really super aggressive, really fast, dominated the end of the race, and ended up scoring the victory. Joey Logano was also really fast. I think he's got a good chance to start the year off the way he ended. I think he's got a good shot to get it done, and I think Joey Logano 100% is going to be a threat. So watch that 22 car, so I think he's going to be really fast. And the final driver you need to watch out for in the 2023 Busch Light Clash is going to be Chase Elliott. Now, Chase Elliott was really close to winning the 2021 Busch Light Clash, but of course, that was at the Daytona Road Course. In 2022, Chase Elliott did not have a good run. He was really fast in the practice session, but unfortunately did not transition into the race. Unfortunately, I think he got turned, I believe it was by Ryan Blaney, where he wheel hopped the corner. I can't remember exactly what happened last year, but I think Chase Elliott will overcome that this year, and I think he's going to start the year off on a really strong note, and I think he's going to be a threat. You got to watch that 9 car. He's always a favorite and a threat every single week. I think Chase Elliott will be a threat to win the 2023 Busch Light Clash. So, those are the race picks for the 2023 Busch Light Clash. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Ty Gibbs and Eric Almirola. My underdog picks are Ryan Preece, Justin Haley. My winner's pick is Kyle Busch. And the ones to watch out for are Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, and Chase Elliott. Those are my race picks. So anyway, that is going to be for the race picks video for the 2023 Busch Light Clash. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications on to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below over that, and comment below your thoughts below on today's video. Tell me your suck picks for the Busch Light Clash. Tell me your underdog picks for the Busch Light Clash. And tell me who you think is going to win the Busch Light Clash. And let me know the ones you're going to be watching out for in the 2023 Busch Light Clash. Let me know in the comments below. This is going to be a series I'm doing every single week, and I might be expanding this year in 2023, where I might be doing Xfinity Series race picks and also Truck Series picks throughout the season as well. It's not going to be every single week for those series, but pick week we'll see those, but you're going to see those throughout the week, and every other week. You're going to see them for sure at Daytona. A lot of content coming out next week, and a lot of content coming this week as well. There could be a second video on this channel later today. A lot of fun content coming out, and I think you're really going to enjoy what I've got coming in store. We're less than a week from the start of the season. The Busch Light Clash is this weekend, and I cannot wait to get the 2023 season rolling. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.